This gentleman just came from a 3-month trip in Asia, landed in California on Sunday, and now he's here with us at Build Northeast. Ladies and gentlemen, please invite to the stage Mr. Travis Steffens.
Hello, EXP Grand Rising. It's so good to see you guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's so good to be here. It's such an honor. What an awesome group of people. Do you guys know what ChatGPT says about you guys? It says you're impressive. I was like, I've never seen that before. And then I looked myself up. It doesn't say I'm impressive, but it says you guys are impressive. And I am so honored to be here. It's such a joy. So what's cool about this is, oh man, tried to go from the ChatGPT thing. I had something really cool for you and it just left. This happens. This really does happen.
We felt it. It was amazing.
Oh, I know, right? Oh, no, I know what it was. So imagine what ChatGPT is going to say after you guys do breath work. You're going to break the internet. Gary Keller's going to have to close the doors, walk away. Now, that was worth it, right? Come on. Just took 1 second to think about it. Awesome. So I'm William Travis Steffens. I'm the founder and CEO of the BreathSource app. We're the world's first breathwork marketplace app. We took breathmasters from all over the world, put them together into one place. And a lot of you are probably saying, what is breathwork? We're going to get into that. So I'm also a life and wellness coach, business coach. And I'm also the founder and CEO of Our Investments. It's a national real estate investment company. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. I literally lived the rich dad, poor dad life that Kiyosaki talks about. I did my first real estate deal when I was 16 years young. My dad came home. He was a real estate broker, my poor dad. And he said, hey, I've got this deal. If you can find $25,000, we can get it. We can flip it. We can make $25,000. And I was like, how did this just come out of the blue? So I got in my Jeep. I drove to my rich dad's house. And I said, I need $25,000 to make $25,000. And he was impressed. It was my first sales. So he goes into the safe. He comes out with $25,000 cash, gives it to me. I jump in my Jeep. I drive home. I'm super psyched. Just made my first sale. Have no idea what's going to happen after this. I just know we're going to make $25,000. I walk in, give my dad the cash, and he just crapped himself all over right there. Just couldn't believe it. So that was when I fell in love with real estate. That was 29 years ago. I started in Denver, flipped over 400 single-family homes when it was like shooting fish in a barrel, built tons of systems and processes, went national in 2014, moved into multifamily, and did thousands of units across 9 states all over the country. And I'm going to stop there because what is all the success and all the money if you don't keep your health, wellness, happiness together while you're doing it? I can't tell you guys how many people I have met, how many investors have invested with me that have lost their health. They've lost their happiness, and the only thing they know to be happy about is the next deal. While it's important to be wealthy and to be rich so that you can impact the world in a positive way, you've got to keep your health, wellness, and happiness while you do it, because we're here to enjoy this life, and that's what this is all about. So breathwork is the life code, and it's literally a cheat code. It's a magic pill, and it's a magic pill that's starting to reemerge in the world now, in the United States especially. So we're in 52 countries. We have 28,000 breathers on the app, and we'll get to the QR codes at the end where you can download it. So we believe in the power of co-creating and changing lives through breath. And we also believe in the power of conscious capitalism. So one of my biggest passions is conscious capitalism. I have seen so many companies come into a neighborhood and ruin the neighborhood. Gentrification is something that happens over time, and it's an organic thing. But when you come in and force gentrification, I've seen it ruin lives by the thousands. And so I made an effort and an intention to go out and to teach and preach conscious capitalism in real estate. How to come into a multifamily building that's super depressed, turn it around, do it in a really quick amount of time without crushing the people that are in it. And we build entire algorithms, systems, processes, and software to be able to do this. And we go to the next piece of the puzzle, which is we have a full vertical real estate investment company. So we have an umbrella that purchases the property. We have a property management company that obviously manages it. We have a nonprofit that sits underneath that to teach people about financial empowerment, consciousness, and to take their lives back into their own hands. Because when we come into a property, we go in and meet everybody in the property. We find out their stories. They're always behind on rent, and we figure out how to get them caught up on rent and renovate their units. So what you see here is a lineup of homeless individuals, because our construction company within the real estate investment company, we take homeless people off the streets in the area where we buy. We house them. We give them the tools for the trade, and we train them. And we do it through the health and wellness modalities I teach. And it all also comes back to a level of spirituality as well. And so that's a lineup of homeless tradesmen and women. We worked with a lot of women as well. And so we had a systematic flow. It was built like the military, so that's a morning muster. The lady that you see on the top right, she came in and got her tool cart, so everybody lines up, and we supply all the tools. And we also supply the housing. And so they get up in the morning at a certain time. We have the morning muster, then they line up, they get their tools, they go to work. And we train them one-on-one for a certain period of time. And so there's 43 foundational trades to renovate a building, and we teach them those individual trades. And so there's nothing more rewarding than being in my suit, sitting there and working with these people one-on-one, because then they realize that, hey, somebody really cares about me. Somebody who has money cares about me. You guys have such an impact on the world being wealthy the way that you are, and from the waitress that's serving your food to the homeless person that you can just say hello to, don't give them money, just say hello to, and you can impact their lives in a big way. So, all right. And we would provide employment. We would give them, they would make between $120 to $250 a day. But the biggest thing was breathwork. Breathwork massively impacted their lives. They would constantly come up and say, hey, how can I have access to more of this breathwork? And because a lot of them had burner phones and things of that nature, I couldn't get them a breathwork session. I couldn't even get them YouTube in a lot of cases. And so what you see here is a property that I bought in Nashville. It was 243 units. And I would come in, and when they saw the guy in the suit arrive, they would know there'd be breathwork the next 2 or 3 days. And I was traveling 300 days a year to make sure that our systems and processes didn't fail, and that I could be hands-on with these individuals. Did a lot of vision board stuff, did a lot of forward thinking and daydreaming, I would call it, because now we don't let people daydream. And we would start moving towards those visions. And they had an 80% success of throughput, healing, and then moving on. And it was the greatest time of my life. Real estate, because the prices got so crazy, drove us out of being able to make this affordable, but we were very profitable, and it was not a not-for-profit. I wanted to show the world through conscious capitalism that it's a win-win scenario. Somebody doesn't have to lose for somebody to gain. And a lot of nonprofits are just saying, hey, donate so that you get a write-off. It's still a lose for a gain. And nobody wants to be looked at as a charity case. We were the fastest in the country. We were renovating 4 units a day from start to finish, from drywall to completely done, rent ready, ready to move in, QC'd, with homeless people. And it was A-class finishes. We were using granite countertops, the whole 9 yards. And so what's cool about it is I'm not telling you to go out and hire homeless people. Just conscious capitalism is something that needs to be on our minds all the time. How can we be conscious about doing business where we're doing business? So our definition of conscious capitalism is when you go in an area to do business, everybody in that area should win, voluntary and involuntary. There were people that we would have to move because there were some buildings that we had to shut down. But we would box their stuff up. We would move them to the next unit or the next building. Sometimes we'd have to make units ready in another building because they weren't ready. It's just how you do things to conduct business. So this brings us to the next piece of the puzzle, health and wellness. Breath. What is breath, and why is this guy talking about breath work? Breath work is the new yoga, but it's been around forever. Breath is the first thing we do when we enter the planet, and it's the last thing we do when we leave. And we forget about it the entire time in between. So who here has dealt with anxiety, stress, depression, fear, loneliness, all the things that drag us down? Breath can help all of that. Asthma. I've had asthma patients cured within 2 weeks. I've had stage 4 cancer patients that have come to me that have healed themselves through breath within 60 days. Breath can literally heal everything. And if you want to talk more about the science of it, we'll get into that. You guys can stop me at any point. We can get into any of that. Your body is made of 99 to the 14th power of empty space. Literally. Think about that. 99 with 14 nines behind it of empty space. Breath is made of empty space. So what is it when breath comes, which is nothing but space, comes into and meets empty space? So ask yourselves for 1 second, say, what is in oxygen that keeps me alive? And it's so cool to come up with your own definition of it, but I think it's consciousness. You can call it God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. What is in breath that keeps you alive? So your body is designed to live forever. It truly is. It regenerates fully every single year. The longest piece of the puzzle is almost 2 years, but you're regenerating all the time. Your thoughts dictate how you regenerate because of your thoughts create the chemicals in your body that say, I'm young or I'm old, I'm losing my eyesight or I'm gaining my eyesight. And again, we can talk about all that stuff. That's all the stuff that I coach about. Aging is a fallacy and you can slow it down to almost a halt. So this comes to biohacking. Who's heard of biohacking? It's the new rage, right? Andrew Huberman, cold plunges, intermittent fasting, NAD, NAC, HGH, peptides, all the rage. But the foundation of all of that is breath. If you don't have the foundation of breath, you literally have nothing. And without the foundation of breath, you're aging faster than you can possibly imagine. So we are over-breathing as a society 300%. In 1927, we breathed 6 to 8 times a minute. Now we're breathing 16 to 18 times a minute. Phones are going off, horns are honking, we gotta be here, we gotta be there, our schedules are packed, we have families, loved ones, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And we're working 16-hour days. We're breathing 16 to 18 times a minute. So what happens when we breathe too much? Oxidative stress is a real thing. It's a true killer. So when we breathe too much and the oxidative stress kicks in, we age faster. And when we breathe too much, we also upregulate our nervous system. We upregulate the part of the nervous system called the sympathetic that puts you into fight or flight. Look, you guys are all high performers. Can you imagine boosting your performance overnight by 30%? Overnight. That 30%, because what happens in here happens out here. How you vibrate, your energy levels, is what dictates what you attract in the natural world. It's a law of the universe. Can you imagine a 30% boost? So we're going to talk about that today. What is bad breathing? Mouth breathing. Now, I know nobody in here is a mouth breather, so just take that for what it is. Mouth breathing activates your sympathetic nervous system. This is your fight or flight side of the nervous system. This is the nervous system that is utilitary. I am in the sympathetic side of the nervous system right now. I'm up here, I'm excited to be here, I'm jazzed, I'm in the sympathetic. But you shouldn't be. You should be in the parasympathetic, breathing in the nose, calmly in, calmly out. It activates your nervous system. So you're in the sympathetic if you're breathing through the mouth. It's designed that way. It speeds up your heart rate. You get jaw deformation. Kids that are born and end up with crooked teeth, it is 100% because they are breathing in and out of their mouth. Dentists and orthodontists have proven this over and over and over. You never see an animal with crooked teeth because they're always breathing in and out of their nose. Creates very low levels of nitric oxide. With nitric oxide is very important to the body, and it also causes issues with men when you have low nitric oxide. Loss of energy due to low oxygen in your tissues causes major imbalances in your CO2, nitric oxide, and oxygen, gives you bad breath, major brain fog, poor sleeping because you're snoring, and constant urination at night, and it speeds up aging of the body. So how many of you would like to stop getting up at night to go pee? Really? This happens to most of the people. It's because your mouth is falling open at night, and when it falls open and you breathe, a chemical gets produced from your kidneys that causes you to not use the water properly, and you have to get up and go pee. Everyone that I've got into mouth taping stops peeing the first night. Imagine how well you would sleep. So every 2 milliliters of CO2 you blow off, guys, you lose 2% cognitive capacity. You're selling all day long, you're talking all day long, you're leading all day long. Stopping and breathing through the nose to balance the gases is extremely important. Healthy breath. What is healthy breath? 5 in, 6 out, breathing in and out of the greatest gift you've ever been given, which is your nose. In for 5 seconds, out for 6 seconds. Now, you need to breathe slow and low or you're going to fill up your lungs. That only took me 1.5 seconds. So you need to learn to breathe slow and low, in for 5, out for 6, through the nose. You won't have to get up and go pee at night. It'll lower your heart rate, speeds up the air, recovers your nitric oxide, keeps your teeth straight, increases your physical endurance. You have more energy, you use less fluids. It keeps the parasympathetic nervous system in check. That the parasympathetic nervous system is what you want to be living in. Fully oxygenates your body, clears your mind, you sleep through the night, which is one of the biggest pieces to the puzzle, and it increases your nitric oxide, which also, again, helps men. Nitric oxide is what is in Viagra. That's all that's in Viagra, and you get nitric oxide by breathing through your nose. So key is breathe through your nose, in for 5, out for 6, mouth tape at night, live a long, happy, healthy life. I know I'm going fast, but now it's time to breathe. So let's do it. All right, we're 5 seconds behind, but we can get this done. This is the QR codes to our app. If you want to get those, you can also get those at the end, so we'll leave that up for a second. So here's what I want to do. We're going to go ahead and cue the music. All right, bring in the snakes. No, I'm just kidding. So I cued the music. Now, I want you guys to go ahead and put your hands on your knees, close your eyes, straight spine, and just get ready to relax and breathe. So just listen to my voice for a minute. We're going to do a 3-part breath here. We're going to start with box breathing, which is a utility that you can take home and teach your teams, and you can use it in your everyday life. Then we're going to move to DMT alkaline breathing, which is breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. And then we're going to do a breath hold on the DMT alkaline breathing. So I'm going to count you down. 3, 2, 1, big breath in. And release. And we're going to all make that noise together. Raise the energy in the room. And then we're going to hold with no air in the lungs for a short period of time. And then I'm going to say, okay, 3, 2, 1, big breath in. And we're going to take a big breath in and we're going to hold again. And then we're going to go right back into the next set. So we're going to do 2 sets of DMT alkaline breathing. And then we're going to go into heart coherence to bring your mind and your body back inside. Coherence with the heart, connect the whole room together on a breath that's 4 in, 6 out. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Awesome. I know that sounded like a lot, but I'm going to walk you through the whole thing. So here we go. Music up just a little bit. Eyes closed. Come into tune with your breath. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Just let that air fall out. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. We're going to start with box breathing. We're going to breathe in for my count, hold for my count, breathe out for my count, hold out for my count. In 3, 2, 1, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, going up 1, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, go back to original breathing. And then the next one is going to be DMT alkaline breathing. It's going to get intense now. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Last one, big breath in and hold it. And release. Let it all out and hold. No breathing. Just relax. Just relax. Go inside. Feel the calm state of just pressing pause on life. Hold. We're going to hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big breath in. Hold. And release. straight into round number 2 in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Last one, big breath in and hold and release. Let all the air out. Hold. No air needed. Hold. Relax. Relax your mind, your arms, your legs. Feel the bliss. Hold. Go inside. Slow your heart rate down. Feel your body. Holding this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big breath in. Hold. Full gas exchange reset. All that oxygen being absorbed into the body. Pure health. And release. Final round. Take your left hand, place it over your heart, anywhere on your chest. Just become aware of your heart beating beneath your hands. And we're going to breathe in for 4 and out for 6 on my count. 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice and slow. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now keep this rhythm. And as you keep this rhythm, I want you to picture the oxygen coming in and going into your heart. Whatever color, whatever size, just picture it going into your heart, breathing that oxygen in and letting it flow into your heart. And now, I want you to take yourself to a place in time when you were truly happy. Find a place in time when you were truly happy, breathing in for 4, breathing out for 6. And really embody that moment. Hear the sounds, smell the smells, feel the feelings. Hear the laughter. See the loved ones, see nature, hear nature, feel nature. Whatever it is, take yourself to that place in time when you were truly happy, breathing in for 4, breathing out for 6. Now embody that joy in that space and time, turning it up to a 7 on this next breath, really bringing that joy up. Feel those feelings. On this next breath, bringing it up to an 8, really taking yourself to that place in time when you were truly happy. On this next breath, take it up to a 9. Possible tears swelling up in the eyes, really feeling joy, placing a smile on your face, allowing those chemicals to flow through your body. And on this next breath, taking it up to a 10. And really embodying that joy in that place, breathing in for 4, breathing out for 6. And rest in that memory, rest in that place for just a moment. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holding that thought. Feel the bliss. Now, take all of those people or all of those things that is in that memory.